So now let's study today some of the important topics from the first chapter, The Living World. So the order to learn the taxonomic groups is, now I have already told you in our previous class, so let's study it again. The mnemonic is keep pots clean or family gets sick. Here keep stands for kingdom, pots for phylum, clean for class or for order, family for again family, gets for genus, and sick for species. The first letter you need to remember. The branch of science that deals with the relationship between the organisms is called systematics. So it is that branch of science where we deal with various taxons and their relationships between them. Now here systematics have these all of the components, and in this now we are discussing them each in detail. Remember, this group constitute the most or least number of characteristics of any organism and their classification, and this group contains the highest number of characteristics which help in distinguishing it from other organisms. So we start our topic with from over here and then we'll move till the end. First, let us start discussing about species. So it is the fundamental and the most basic unit in classification. Means here we say that the first preliminary type of classification is done in this species, and here this is the most detailed classification. It is based on extreme morphological difference and it exists in reality. Out of these all, only this species exists in reality. We see various species around us, but the rest all are just imaginary. We are Homo Sapiens. Here this first word Homo is genus and the Sapiens is species. So we belong to species Sapiens. Similarly, if we talk about Panthera leo, Panthera tigris and Panthera pardus, these three, Panthera leo stands for lion, Panthera tigris for tiger and Panthera pardus for panther. Panthera is genus which is common among all, and this leo, tigris and pardus are species. Here you can see that among the species also these are differentiated, whereas in genus these three are taken in a common genus. So this species is more detailed. The second one is genus. Now this part we are going to study. So genus is the group of species with similar characteristics and it looks like at the broader classification. So genus constitute various species in them. Here this Panthera genus contains leo, tigris and pardus species. Like the example of genus include Panthera and Felis. Now in any scientific name we always include genera and species only because they give the most detailed classification among organisms. So out of all, that is the species, genus, class, kingdom, order and all and family, the genus and the species are most detailed. That's why we use in any scientific name these two terms. The third one is family. So family includes the group of related organisms that are group of genera. So first we talked about species, which were the group of organisms. Then we talked about genus, which was the group of species. Family is a group of genus. Now when we talk about family, here family contains now less number of characteristics than genus and species. Let us take two examples. First example, family Solanaceae. So Solanaceae is a family which include three genera, that is Solanum, Datura and Petunia. Example number 2, family Felidae includes two genera including Panthera and Felis. So these two are genera. Among Panthera, leo, pardus and tigris are species. The fourth one is order. Order include the group of the families. Now this is more broader than family and this contains the less number of characteristics than the lower three. Example number 1. First order example is polynomials, which include Convolvulaceae and Solanaceae. these two are included in order. So these two are actually family, and these two families are in the order Polynomials. The second example is Carnivora, which is an order, and it includes two types of family, Felidae and Canidae. Felidae is the family of cats and Canidae is the family of dogs. The fifth element of classification include class. Now class include the group of families. It is now more broader than those four. Example number 1 include class Primata. Primata include monkey, gorilla and gibbon. Mammalia include tiger, cat, dog, humans, monkeys and apes. Mammalia are those which give breastfeeding to their offsprings. The next segment of classification is phylum. So phylum is the combination of various classes, and the common features include the presence of notochord. If we talk about phylum chordata, so this phylum chordata only contain the two type of characteristics on the basis of which we differentiate organisms. So here the presence of notochord is our first example, and the second one is the presence of dorsal hollow neutral system. The last element of the classification system is kingdom. So kingdom is the group of phyla. Now we say this kingdom is the broadest of all of the elements, and this will contain the least number of all the characteristics on which we divide the organisms. Now this is also the toppest or the most top category. There are total 5 kingdoms: Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia.